This is official. Corporate is the one that sent the emails to the stores to tell them that this time they can sell penny items. All stores have been told this by corporate. Do you want to hear a story about how I just purchased 1,509 items at Dollar Tree, but only spent $16.37? All right, well, here it is. I will have a more detailed video later of me scanning items, but Dollar Tree has had items that were 25 cents until yesterday. Yesterday, all of those 25-cent items went to 1 penny. Stores got an email to tell them, hey, all those 25-cent items need to be taken off the shelf and you need to put them away. You could donate them, which is a new thing. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But if a customer comes up to the register with a penny item, sell it to them, ask them where they got it, and go pull the rest. You want to know how I know that? Because two different stores have told me that. And the second one I was just at, the district manager was at, and I heard it from her. So I go to the store today, and I don't know if they're going to sell me the penny items or not. I've actually never penny shopped in the store. I did get some 25-cent items there, but I've never penny shopped here. And so I am getting some stuff, and I was there for about 20 minutes when I heard the employee, great by the way, if you see me, thank you so much, you are awesome. But she saw me scanning, and she came up behind my shoulder and saw that I was scanning some of the juncture, I think what they are, the Shaws. And so she goes, uh-oh. And she wasn't talking to me. She said it and then went to talk to her manager. And she said, yeah, and I'm sorry, I forget his name. She said, manager, um, this lady over here is getting penny items. He's like, that's okay. We just have to note what they are. And once she's done checking out, we'll go and pull the rest of them. And she said, well, she has a whole cart, and I think they're all penny items. And I did not hear his response at that point. So she comes into my aisle, and she was very, very sweet. She talked to me quite a bit during my penny shopping journey today. So there's not a whole lot of video after I get caught penny shopping. Um, but so I told her, yeah, I know they're pennies, and at that point I knew they were going to sell them to me. And a couple times she said, it's not on me. I don't care if you buy them. I mean, I don't have to pull them now, so it's all good. So I end up filling one cart and then filling another cart and then having to get a third. I thought I was done and then found a bunch of stuff that needed its own cart pretty much. So finally I'm done. We go to the register, and I had heard them talking about that the district manager was going to be in a little bit. She was amazing, by the way. Absolutely loved talking to her. So obviously, in the middle of scanning the transaction, she walks in and she sees what's going on. And my first thought is, oh no, like, is this going to stop now? Like, is she going to put a stop to it? And she flat out said that's what corporate said to do. They said try to pull as many as you can. And she had said that this store had way over the inventory of items of most of that size store. It had the inventory of like the larger stores. So they were all glad to see it go. They were literally like, get all of it, get more of it. And I told them I didn't go through any birthday stuff. I didn't go through any of the glassware at all. I didn't go through any of the makeup. They had already gone through the hair section. So I could tell they had already done that. But there are party. Did I say party already? I didn't go through party either. So there are like big sections I did not even go through. And I had 3 carts full. And so we're checking out, and she meets with the manager for a little bit, and they come back out. And so she is actually helping sack at this point. I was having the gal scan it, and I was sacking to make it go faster. And then the district manager starts sacking. And so we're just talking this whole time. So I'm asking her, so like, is this going to be a permanent thing? And she did say, I have not officially heard if this is going to be a permanent penny policy. It is for this time because there are so many items. They know that the stores cannot possibly get all of the items off the shelf. It's just not possible, especially like stores like this. And that store actually had pulled pretty well. They had carts and carts and carts of stuff up at the front of the 25-cent items. There's just thousands and thousands of items in this store that were 25 cents and that are now a penny. And so she said they're talking about. It sounds like they're talking about making an official policy, and she's like, they definitely need to. She's like, the employees work really hard. And she's like, until now, they've never been able to donate. That's something else I was going to bring up. They've never been able to donate before, and now they can. But the manager, not the district manager, but the manager was saying, yeah, but it's kind of a pain to do that. Like, it sounds like there's a bunch of forms and stuff he has to fill out to do that. So, unless a manager has time, stuff is still not going to be donated and it's still going to be thrown away. Um, but this manager, he's super, super nice. I did not get the impression that he had any intention of ever filling out a donation form. So the stuff's still going to be thrown away. Um, but amazing, amazing group. The cashier was amazing. She was so super sweet. The manager, he was just like, thanks for getting it. Like, there's so much stuff. He's like, I didn't even know this stuff was a quarter. District manager, I even said, oh, stickers. That was one section I didn't go to, like the scrapbooking stickers. And I flat out told them the sections I didn't go to so that they could go and do that. She's like, feel free to come back tomorrow if you want to. Like, she invited me back in the store to come back and do it all again, even though we did not time the checkout process, but it took a few minutes. And I can kind of show you the receipt a little bit, but this is a lot. It's 1.5 times my height. So for reference, I'm 5'3", so it's at least 8 feet long. That's how long this receipt was. So yeah, 1,509 items for 1 penny, and I spent less than $17 for them. Now the problem is, for all you guys ask, no, I don't plan on keeping it. No, I'm not a hoarder. This stuff does not even officially go into my house. I have a garage and I have a sunroom that we have kind of converted into a little store almost that people can come and shop. And not really, I say shop loosely because they come and get what they needed. Like at Christmas time, they came and got what they needed. If they could donate so that we could buy food at the food pantry, great. If not, no requirement to donate any money. And so this stuff doesn't come into my house. That would be insane. Now there's going to be a few things. There's some like mermaid wall stickers, adorable. They're probably going to end up on the bathroom wall because they are super, super cute. Um, Most of the stuff though, we are not keeping. There's a bunch of clothes, bunch of hats, dishes. I'm hoping that there's a church in my town that has a pantry, and they also have a clothing closet too. I'm hoping that maybe they'll want some of this. Um, and I got some amazing stuff. You'll see that video later of the things I got. But yeah, it was a crazy, crazy day. I was there. I need to look to see how long I was there. Actually, let me see if I can figure that out real quick. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back. I looked. I have a app tracker thing. I was actually at Dollar Tree for 2 hours and 51 minutes. Yes, that is absolutely insane. But the other thing you have to know is that they are using us right now as free labor. I mean, part of that was checkout, at least 30 minutes of that was checkout process. But I just performed 2 hours and 30 minutes of labor for them for free, pretty much. Somebody else would have had to spend hours and hours and hours to get those items off the shelf. And that's ultimately Dollar Tree goal right now, is to get these penny items out of the store any way possible. And that's one of the reasons why they are allowing, per corporate, they are allowing penny sales right now of these items, is because they need these items out of the store, and that they know that these stores are just bombarded with this stuff. So I know a lot of you are still being told you can't buy penny items. I would ask the employee, the manager, to check with their district manager to verify that, because, and I know it can vary by district, but corporate is the one that, this is what the district manager told me. Corporate is the one that put out the email that said you can sell things for a penny this time at least. It may not be a permanent thing. They're hoping it's going to be a permanent thing, but at this point in time, stores were told they can sell penny items into storing. They can. Whether they want to or not, it's a different story. They're being told you're not going to get in trouble. Nobody's getting fired. And the district manager said, we've never done this before. Not once has Dollar Tree ever given the okay to sell penny items. She even mentioned that, I think she said St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day stuff, last year, that was the first time they had ever had where everything was a quarter, kind of like what Dollar General does. Everything was a quarter. And she said they sold, almost every store sold out of everything. It was gone. And that's why they did this penny sale, is because that was so successful. She said she was kind of surprised they didn't do it with Christmas, but she thinks it was because it was so close to the other 25-cent sales. So maybe in the future that's something that they'll do to get items out of the store. They'll just make everything 25 cents to move it and get it out of the store. But yeah, it was enlightening. It was wonderful. It was wonderful to work with the people that were there. Thanks.